Good evening. Welcome back to SL Tonight. I'm Felix Lubezki, and today we're diving into a true, one-of-a-kind Golden Age gem. The Yardbirds, number 1, from summer 1952, published by Ziff-Davis. This wasn't just another war comic. It was the spotlight on G.I. Joe's lovable sidekicks, the dim-witted but endlessly entertaining privates who stole scenes in the back pages of the main G.I. Joe title. Think Beetle Bailey energy mixed with classic Archie-style humor from the legendary Dan DeCarlo. We cleaned it up, removed the ads and filler, replaced the text story with a fresh G.I. Joe tale, and given it the royal treatment it deserves. This is pure 1950s military comedy gold, light, fun, and full of personality. Let's crack it open. The Yardbirds in Tintin Tonight. What's wrong with you Yardbirds? Everyone else has the tin up. Gee, Sarge, my shelter half is made of rubber. Someone played a joke on me. If it were up to Sergeant Gruff, tough non-com of Able Company, Whitey Hicks and Wendy Bragg would have been civilians a long time ago. Ever since the Yardbirds received their greetings from the President, the good sergeant has been slowly going crazy. However, Gruff tries to take it all in stride, just as he is doing right now as he watches the Yardbirds struggle with their shelter halves. Impossible! You're the biggest joke of all, you knucklehead. Now get that tin up, fast! Give a guy stripes and he thinks he's commander-in-chief. Come on, Whitey, pull. Boing! Clunk! Oh, this is awful. I'm seeing 2 Sergeant Gruffs. Yeah, well, if you don't get that tin up, you'll wish you'd never seen this one Sergeant Gruff. Soon. Hey, Sarge, we did it. The tent's up. That wasn't hard, was it? You Yardbirds could possibly do a good job if you put your minds to it. Oh, the top kicks under the big top. Hey, bub. Well, I'm not sticking around to see him perform. Later. What? We're too late for chow? Look, Cookie, Gruff had it out on us an important detail. I demand. Hey, Yardbirds, over here on the double. I ought to shoot you idiots for leaving me back there with that tent. Grab that GI can and fill it with water. Make it snappy because there are 5 more. Come on, Whitey, let's go. Wait, Wendy, the stream is this. Ow! Yow! Later. Wait, Whitey, our camp is this way. Yeah, well, how come those tents are over that way? Hey, Sarge, we're back. Nobody home. Maybe they've all been drafted. Gosh, I'll bet they're all out on night maneuvers. There's only one maneuver that interests me, pulling up the covers. Soon. Ooh! Wendy, wake up! Wolves! Huh? Wolves? So what? I'm not a girl. Ooh! It's a whole pack! They're coming closer and closer! Yike! You mean real wolves? Whitey, stay in front of me. I'll see that you get a medal for this. I can feel the wolf's furry head now. So long, Wendy. Wait, I got a flashlight. Maybe the light will scare him off. Hello. Huh? What is this, a midgets convention? Hey, fellas, look what I found. Oh boy, real GIs. Seconds later, let's get over to the fire and I'll tell you how I saved Eisenhower. Yay! I didn't mean to trip you, General. I was just practicing my scout nights. Flop. Give me some rope, son. I used to be an old hand at tying knots. I worked in a pretzel factory. Minute later. Yay! Here, let me cut you free. I'll chop another log for this fire. Whoa, son, let a man handle that axe. Watch me. I never miss. Thud. Whack. Clunk, clunk. And soon... Huh? What happened? I can't move. Thanks for helping me pass my first aid test. You two were perfect dummies. Cut us loose, Dr. Kildare. We feel like perfect mummies. Say, Wendy, we better get back to camp. Let me lead you. I can find my way through any forest. Get lost, Daniel Boone. I don't need a Boy Scout to take me home. An hour later. Maybe we should let that kid lead us. Never. I know my way around here. It'll just take time, that's all. 2 hours later. Whitey, there's our camp. I told you I'd get you here. Here's Sergeant Gruff's tent. We better tell him we're back. Hey, Sarge, it's us. We're back. Huh? Come on, Sarge. Pop out that smiling face of yours to show us you're glad to see us. Hey, look, those two dopes are back. Later. Sergeant, I don't care if Private Hicks and Bragg are missing. Don't send out a searching party. They can find their way back themselves. This is an army, not the scouts. Are you sure, sir? Look. The end. Bragg, Hicks, drop everything, get slicked up, and report to Colonel Fumes on the double. A pleasure, Sergeant Gruff. The purpose of Army public relations is to endear the Army to the American public. When the Yardbirds, Privates, Whitey, Hicks, and Wendy Bragg draw PR detail, they decide to carry things a step further by distributive romance. RFD. Privates Bragg and Hicks ordering as reported, sir. Bah! Can't you even report properly, you jugheads? Now this is what I want done. Mail a copy of my speech plus a print of my photograph to every newspaper in the state. There's everything you need. An idiot can do the job, but can you? I don't know, sir, but we'll try. Come on, Wendy, put down that comic book and give me a hand with this stuff. This is Lonely Hearts magazine. It's full of advertisements from rich dames that want husbands. Gosh, I'd sure like to have a rich wife, wouldn't you? What are we waiting for? Let's go. Dear Hyacinth, I sent an ad in Cupid's bower with your photo. You sure are a cute-looking kid for your age. I'd like to help you run the undertaking parlor and count your money. They always ask for photos, so we'll send them some of the colonels. With love, kisses, Colonel Wendy Bragg. I wrote 72 dames, Wendy. How many did you write? 112. Sending them Colonel's photo was a swell idea. I see you men really pitched in. Fine work. Take them to the post office and mail them immediately. Yes, sir. We don't want to lose any time. It's important stuff, Colonel. Say, Wendy, I just thought of it. Won't these dames be sore when they find that we don't look like this photo and that we aren't colonels? Nah. Dames love guys with a sense of humor. Come on, let's go back and write some more. But Wendy, we can only marry one each. 1 week later. But I know he's here. I want my lovey-dovey. Ladies, I tell you, I never heard of these guys. When we were married, my colonel will have you shot, you beast. Hey, what's all these babes want? Half of them claims to be engaged to Colonel Whitey Hicks, and the other half to Colonel Wendy Bragg. I'm new in this camp, but I sure know who officers are, and there ain't no such guys. Did you say Colonel Bragg? Colonel Hicks? Wow! Let's get out of here, Whitey. Uh-oh, look who's coming. Stop complaining about carrying a few groceries, Rupert. If this is the first time in your life you've done anything useful. Yes, pet. Bragg, Hicks, come here and carry these packages. There he is. I'd know him anywhere. Colonel, lover boy. Aha, Casanova, you gay deceiver. I can eat you, sweet pie. Ducky Wucky. Kindly unhand him. He happens to be my husband. Don't be ridiculous. Dearie, how could a cuddles like the colonel be married to a lizard like you? Lizard? Homebreaker? Suppler? Who do you think you are, doing that to my pal Mabel? Whack! Ladies, desist! Stop! Splat! He's mine, not mine. I've got his photo. See? You sent me this, didn't you, Ducky? Hicks? Briggs? Did you call these little apes, sir? I did. Take them to the stockade. I can explain almost everything, Colonel. Gosh, Wendy, I wonder when they're going to let us out. Never, I hope. Look outside, Whitey. Come out there, you cowards. We want to give you some presents. A few thousand lumps. In the meantime, Colonel Fumes is trying to square himself away with his frau. I tell you, Lovey-Dove, I'm innocent. It's those Yardbirds. I'll tell them what I'm going to do to them. Well, I'm listening. And we're going to make a march, firemen or a cannon, throw them from a plane, boil them in a pot of water, and make a laughing stock out of me and yourself? Oh no, you listen to me. So Colonel Fumes relents. I realize it was a foolish prank, and so I've decided to forgive you. Gosh, Colonel, I could kiss you. Want my Junior G-Man badge, Colonel? Honest, you can have anything I got. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you a furlough, too. The shortest furlough on record. I don't like the way he says it. Me neither, Colonel. Sir, could I resign from the Army? Okay, girls, come and get 'em. Yow! Women ain't got no sense of humor. Neither have colonels. The end. This came out right as the Korean War era was winding down. These sidekick stories gave readers a break from the heavier war tales with pure slapstick and heart. And we got Private Sacco. We got parachuters parachuting in on a lady who's sunbathing, trying to read a book. You and your goddamn bubblegum, is what he's trying to say, I think. And then you got another one where you got the soldier marching home from the stockade, apparently, to bring his... Oh no, he brought the bench and the flowers. That's cool. So you won't wake up, eh? As he draws all faces on his girlfriends, I guess. She loves me not. She loves me. As he's throwing his grenade out of the hole. Get it now? As they're floating over a bunch of cactuses. I don't, but maybe you do. Moving on to the gold bricks. 1 and 1 equals 2, but in the case of the gold bricks, Private Harry Shirk and Pete Goofus, 1 and 1 equals 0. Ever since they joined Uncle Sam's team, the two zany GIs have been running from Sergeant Buck Stripes as they practice that fine and vital Army game of ducking duty. Yipe, we're on all the duty rosters, Pete. We never should have given the sergeant our names. We never should have given the draft board our names. But miracles do happen. Even in the Army, 4 weeks later, Harry, look, we're not on the duty roster. Hey, you too. Well, I knew it was too good to last. Hey, come back here. Sorry, Sarge, I can't hear a thing you're saying. Hate to do this to you, Pete, old pal, but Sarge is closing in on us. Whoops. What's the matter with yous? Didn't you hear me calling? Never mind that, Sarge. Help me get Pete to the medic. He's dying. Hey, what's going on here? You're blocking the road. Boy, are we glad to see you. Come on, get him into your Jeep. He's awful sick. Wow, this is serious. Hang on. This looks a little fishy to me. Where are you going? To the hospital, but don't send flowers. Pete wouldn't want it that way. Minutes later. Phew, that was close. He's just allergic to sergeants. Pull up. Hey, he's better. You sure had me thinking he was sick. If the sergeant found us gold bricking, we'd really be sick. Sarge caught us, we'd have been home on the range again, the kitchen range with Brillo pads. We'll duck into the Red Cross till 6, then we're officially off duty. Meanwhile, no sergeant, no one named Pete Goofus has signed into the post hospital in the last few minutes. He's a serious case. Get 2 stretcher bearers out to look for him. In fact, let them look in their stretcher first. At the Red Cross, you boys want to help? Splendid. I'm giving a course in bandaging and I need a dummy. Let me introduce you to Pete. He's just the man for the job. Lie down. Like this work. I like this work already. Now, may we start to bandage him? Many bandages later. Post hospital send us look for a soldier named Pete Goofus. Why, that's the name of this patient. Looks serious. It is. He's suffering from multiple bruises. Do you think my girls did a good job? We'll have to let the doc answer that question when we get him to the hospital. Oh, this is exciting. A real doctor will check our work. Hurry. You heard the nice lady, Ambrose. Hurry. This guy's got multiple bruises. Hold on. The only thing he's got is sleeping sickness. Don't argue, soldier. Red Cross woman said this was serious. They were just practicing bandaging. There's nothing wrong with him, I tell you. If nothing's wrong with him, his sergeant wouldn't have called up about him, and he wouldn't be wrapped up like that, unless he's a mummy. Hop out, Pete. Hop in, Ambrose. Come on, Farrell, let's get unwound. Uh-oh, the sergeant. Yipe, if he sees me, I'll really need bandaging. Let's go. I can't, something's holding me back. I'll whirl out of this. Oh? Whee, I'm atop. I hope I don't take a turn for the worse. You, son. I thought you were sick. I am sick. Now? Here, hold this, Sarge. What was the idea of running off before? I had something important to tell you. I'd be glad to hear it now, but I'm all fed up. You're what? Hey, I'm all tied up. And I won't bother you now. So long. I got the sergeant tied up to a tree. Come on, let's duck in here. If he gets loose, we'll be on KP. Don't worry, we're safe from KP here. You boys must be the 2 volunteers to clean the molasses pot. We volunteered for what? The molasses pot. I think it's noble of you. So few men like to clean this sort of mess. Boy, did we get stuck. I still say civilian KP is better than Army KP. Later. If the sergeant has a sister, the gal who gave us this job is her. Finished? Then you can help serve tea. Is this what they mean by being in the service? This way, I have a very nice soldier who's just dying for some tea. Sarge! You two! Oh, you've met. How pleasant. I've been chasing you guys for hours. Why'd you run away? I knew you weren't on duty and I wanted to give you 24-hour passes. Passes? I thought you wanted to put us on duty. Put you on duty? What a silly idea. Fatheads, I'll put you on KP for a month and guard duty and every other filthy detail I can think of. The end. And now for the service sideshow. We have a grumpy Navyman on his boat in a hammock, and he gets a 2-week furlough, and now he's happy in his hammock in his yard. Makes sense. And then you got a guy who's looking at his sergeant working on a vehicle, and he's imagining his sergeant in the mouth of the shark. Whatever the hell that is. And then now you're catching on Snodgrass. That's what I call real camouflage to an ape who's clearly pissed off or hungry. One of the two. And then you got everybody using a stick to jump over the wall, which, sweet. Guess that's one way to do it. And then you get a dude who's reading his newspaper and getting whacked in the head with a rolling pin. So he grabs his army helmet and she tries to whack him with an iron. And it doesn't work. Get in, Yardbirds. And remember, easy on the gas pedal. Don't start off with a jerk. Better hop off, Sarge. Someday the Army may develop a shiftless tank. But shiftless drivers are already a reality in the persons of Sergeant Gruff and possible charges, the Yardbirds. For when Wendy Braggs and Whitey Hicks becomes tankers, the entire camp is in for a surprise attack. Button her up, Whitey. Alright, Wendy. Clank. Hey, stop, Grunt. Pull the emergency brakes. Emergency brakes? Gotcha, Sarge. This little gizmo must be it. Rat-tat-tat-tat, tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Duck! Get your stupid paws off the fire controls. You'll wipe out my platoon. Rat-tat-tat-tat, tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Everybody's running for their lives. Stop worrying, Sarge. There are plenty more where they came from. I stopped the guns, Wendy. Now put on the brakes. Okay, Whitey, I give this little doodad a try. If it doesn't stop us, you better throw the anchor out. There, Sarge. Safe. Safe? Back. Forward. Halt. Don't nobody move. Why, Sarge, are you enjoying the view? Whew. Made it. One more caper like that and I'm putting in for overseas duty. I should have had my head examined for trying to teach you dopes. Aw, Sarge, don't be like that. Give us a break. Tat-tat-tat-tat, tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Saved by the bugle. Fall in. Then we're to attack hill held by blue forces. Take it and locate their headquarters. Don't let me down, men. Privates Ford and Chevy, hop into the tank and lead the way. You're my best tankers. Wait, Sergeant, in the heat of battle, and everyone must be able to perform any job. Hicks and Bragg, take the tank. I know you can handle it. I won't let you down, sir. I used to jockey a taxi in New York till they took away my license. Alright, Green. Wars, take arms and find the blue headquarters. Gee, Whitey, I'd be happy just to find the starter. Heads up! No, heads down! Alright, men, up and at 'em! Remember, Whitey, we can't let the colonel down. We'll show him we can handle our jobs. Great Garads, put me down. Yipe, we got a passenger, and I don't like the look of those eagles. Sabloosh! Windy, let's get out of here. Turn, Windy, turn. Relax, we're just picking up camouflage, then we can sneak up on Blue headquarters, wherever that is. At the secret Blue headquarters. Major, the woods are attacking us. Impossible. Crash! If you say it's impossible, sir, it must be, but do you mind if I run for my life? Run! Fire! Can't get a beat on that tank, sir. Their maneuvering is too brilliant. Surrender! Windy, steer straight. I can't see anything. They swung the turret around. The gun's pointing back. I guess that's where they want us to fall in. Whitey, I don't see a single blue fur soldier. We might be heading into a trap. Let's pull out. I'll put her in reverse. Sure hate to go back empty-handed. Let's scram. Yow! Soon. Fumes! Call off your tanks. We surrender. Crunch. Hicks! Bragg! Wait until I get my hands on... Hold on, Fumes. I want to be there when you commend those men. That was brilliant, Colonel Fumes. You've done a fine job. Thank you, General Anders. It was nothing. We just had the brakes. The brakes! As they go racing down the hill for the tank. The end. And we pull up for one more service sideshow. You got the sergeant barking orders, and the sergeant turns around, comes back to his pillow, and pulls pillows out of his clothes, and he's actually all scrunched. And then you got a Navy man abandoned on an island where a plane drops off, and a parachute, and it has an anchor that says 2-week furlough. And you got a guy talking to his other servicemen with his angry sergeant right there. Who does he remind you of? And you got the dude sleeping in his footlocker with feet hanging out. So ironic. At daybreak, everybody's in line at Reveille, and he's snoozing away. And the sergeant's like completely dumbfounded why he's not in bed. Which, again, there's feet sticking out of the footlocker. Blind. So, and then you got your last one here. You got the sergeant, and they're making he's looking at the dude making the food, and he has to wash the dishes while his wife is washing his dishes. That. Moving on. And now for a final Yardbirds tale. Windy, you shouldn't have turned the bomb fuse to the left. What makes you say that? How to remove bomb fuses. Boom! Question mark from the birds. Basic training aims at preparing the soldier for battle, but the army might have been wiser if they'd sent the Yardbirds into combat to prepare for basic training, for it was basic that they got shell shocked. Men, there's nothing to fear about shells as long as you know how to handle them. Now, this shell is absolutely harmless. Excuse me, sir, but that shell is armed with a time fuse. The time is now. Duck! Boom! I am Basil S. Marturgu, Mayor of Flatville, and I've come to see how our boys are prepared for combat. Oh yes, I want to thank you for that nice reception. You really didn't have to set off the explosion just for me. Think nothing of it, Mayor. I hope it didn't frighten you. Couldn't scare me, Colonel. I was at Argonne Forest in the First War. Now I'd like your best man to show me around. I'm most interested in the training program. Well, this isn't my best man, Your Honor, but he'll show you around. This is Private Whitey Hicks. Pleased to make your acquaintance, son. Gosh, Mr. Mayor, can I take along my pal Windy? Any friend of yours is a friend of mine. See you later, Colonel. Remember, men, there's no reason to fear shells once you know how to handle them. Boy, am I glad to be rid of those Yardbirds. I guess you'll want to see the artillery range and the infiltration course. I'll call the motor pool and get a jeep. This one'll do fine. Hop in, boys. Seconds later, Colonel, someone stole my jeep and there's live shells in the back. Hey, the mayor finds out about those shells, he'll blow his top. We can chase him in your jeep. What are these shells, boys? Probably used shells cases. If they're in your way, just toss them out. Just like tossing out baseballs on opening day. I'll sure get the bang of this. Bam! Bam! Boom! Shots! I got enemies following me. Cut left! Windy, isn't this the artillery range? It's supposed to be full of duds and mines. artillery range. Beware of unexploded shells and mines. I'm not sure if this is the range, but we'll get a report soon. Boom! And I thought the Argonne was rough. Thump. There's a mine. Look, Whitey, the sign says mine. As far as I'm concerned, you can have it. There's nothing to be afraid of. We know how to handle mines. I'll disarm it and we can go to the infiltration course. I'm proud of you, son. If you hadn't grabbed it, I'd have done it myself. Now it's perfectly harmless. Blam! Were you whistling, Mr. Mayor? Never whistled, my boy. It's ungentlemanlike. Then who is whistling? Artillery shells! Make for that house, boys. We'll be safe there. Booby trap test house. I gotta sit down and catch my breath. I'll bet a man like you can pull a lot of wires, Mayor Murgatrod. Bam! The place is booby trapped. I'm surrounded. Let me out. Bang! I wasn't as far gone as Argonne. Run! But the artillery range is out there. Someone started digging here. Make a foxhole on the double. I'll bet I know what his rank was in the war. Seconds later. Mr. Mayor, are you alright? I saw you and crawled over. Oh, I wish I had my fire department here. Wendy, look what I found. And it's a shell. It's ticking. Tick, tick, tick. Oh no, sir. The shell's a dud. That's my watch ticking. It says it's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock? It's 4 o'clock. Your watch stopped. Then I know what time it is. Time to get out of here. Throw that shell away. You say so, sir, but I'm not afraid of it. I know how to handle shells. Boom! Well, Your Honor, does our training here seem to prepare the men for the dangers of combat? Colonel, after this training, I would even feel secure in combat. Later, bravery sure pays off. Colonel gave us passes for bravery under fire. This is an explosive that I fear. Wendy, look! Hit the ground! The end. And that wraps up our complete, no-filler journey through the Yardbirds #1. A forgotten little one-shot that perfectly captures that breezy, humorous side of 1950s military comedy. If you enjoyed this lighthearted trip back to the golden age, hit that like button, subscribe for more narrated classics, and let me know in the comments which old comic you want us to tackle most. And also, this was a one-off, Yardbirds issue #1, but there were plenty of Yardbirds comics throughout the G.I. Joe comics, and so look forward to issue #2 of the Yardbirds, where we have more shenanigans, hopefully. So, thanks for watching. This comic, issue #1, is headed to the website as a cleaned up PDF, so check out the link in the description, or go to the website, www.sltonight.com. Link in the description. Thanks for watching, folks. I'm Felix Lubezki with SL Tonight. Stay curious, keep reading, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Good night.